Welcome to Performance Café and this week's perspectives. I'm excited to be chatting to you today because I am later this afternoon going to be on the FPI, the Financial Planning Institute, on a panel with their members. And we're going to be talking about motivation. And they've asked me to open with like 10 minutes of thoughts on motivation and, how do we deal with motivation in such trying times? Now, I've spoken about it often, but, 10 minutes is kind of short. And I thought, how am I going to condense all this knowledge and everything that we can do in order to improve our motivation? And I thought, well, I'm going to talk to you guys about it and see if you've got any good ideas. So for me, I think there's always something about starting with purpose. What is our bigger vision, our bigger goal, our bigger dream, that we want to achieve? Because the moment that I'm feeling demotivated, if I can think, oh, well, it gets me closer to that end result, I think that's quite motivating. The purpose is nothing new from a perspective of, I think, we've all had a sense of that purpose. I think that Maslow takes it up in his hierarchy of needs. Just reading Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl already tells us a lot about that. So I'm just thinking The Tattooist of Auschwitz. The story is about, I think his name is Yael. I might be saying it wrong. He is taken up in the concentration camps, and he is the person that tattoos the number on every Jew's arm. And people would criticize him for that, and they would judge him for that, saying, why are you doing the work of the Nazis? Why are you tagging your people? And he said, actually, for him, he saw how much pain the Nazis put people through when they tagged them, like literally physical pain. And he said, it didn't need to be that way. So I took up that job. So if they're going to be tagged, there's nothing that we can do to stop that. At least I make sure it doesn't hurt as much. Now, that seems like a fairly small purpose, but it landed up being fairly huge. So I think purpose is definitely the first thing to mention and to bring home. And the easy thing there is, what's my purpose? What's my reason for being? What am I doing on earth? And it doesn't have to be a huge purpose about saving mankind. It could be simply to be here for my family, to love them and make a safe world for them, Not that I'm saying that that's small, but, a lot of us think, oh, well, I've got to save the world. Well, saving a family or one person in your family is just as important. I think the second for me is meaning. So positive psychology is very big on living a happy life or a fulfilled life. Now, there's that saying that says, do something that you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I can promise you it is wrong. I love my job. I love my business, but I have to do admin and I hate admin. But I think the logic of it is true, is that if you find something that you enjoy doing mostly, you are setting yourself up for success. Because if it's easy for you to do and if you enjoy doing it, well, it's going to take a lot less effort to get things done. And so I think the question there is, what is the meaning behind this? What value do I add by doing this? And how does it progress me in the direction of my purpose? And then the third thing is, what's my identity? So if we take a look at the book Atomic Habits, he says one of the reasons habits don't stick is because they're not part of our identity. So for example, when we're trying to lose weight or when we're trying to be healthy, the problem is we are unhealthy people thinking, I need to make healthier choices. Where actually what we need to say is, I'm now a healthy person. And if you tell yourself that long enough, eventually you will just start making the right choices because you're creating this identity that goes ahead of you. And it's so interesting because I've thought of it, I've seen it happen so often where people go, oh, I want to be a photographer, but I'm still learning. Oh, I want to be fatter, thinner, healthier, whatever, but I'm still learning. And what he's actually saying is just make that decision. Say, I'm a business person, and go and be a business person. Because while you allow yourself off the hook to be the person that's still learning, it does mean that you don't hold yourself to the same standard. And so I think when we look at motivation and identity, we've got to ask ourselves, how does what I'm trying to be motivated about link back to how I think of myself. I think of myself as an entrepreneur. I think of myself as a caregiver. I think of myself as whatever. And in that, I am living that identity that will help me find the meaning so that I can move towards my purpose. Now, lots of people say, well, this is quite a big step. Well, we can start with small dreams. We can start with small dreams like, where do I want to go on holiday in December? It's almost the end of September, December being the summer holidays here. Where do I want to go? And what do I need to do to get myself there? Well, I probably would like to go to the coast for the holiday. So firstly, I need to live a healthy life. I need to be healthy because if I get sick, I cannot go. I need to make enough money to be able to go. I therefore have to be a good business person who's contributing to society through what I do so that I fulfill my purpose. And in the process, I can get to go on holiday. And so I hope that this high level intro resonates with them, but also with you about how to use your purpose, your dream, your vision, linking it to the meaning of why it is important to you and why it is important that this gets done, that your identity is vested in that purpose, in that meaning, so that it makes things easier for you to do. And so I hope that this is going to be a meaningful and purposeful experience for you. If you've got any questions about how to do that, feel free to reach out to me. As always, thank you for joining us. And if you are watching us from LinkedIn, please click on the page over here somewhere on the page, not on the video, and click on subscribe and pop the notification button so that you know when the next video is available to you. If you are joining us from LinkedIn, thank you. You're welcome, and we love seeing you guys from there. And then, of course, the same from Facebook. Please like, comment, and share. And then we'll be back Friday with a new coffee companion for you. But until then, I hope you have a fabulous week.